Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, hello there, I'm Degen. This is Marvel Heroes, All Things Colossus. In this video, we will talk about all of Colossus's powers, most of his costumes, and a bunch of other Colossus candy goodness. Now, he grew up on a farm in Russia, and he was recruited to the X-Men by Professor Charles Xavier. He is the brother of the fellow mutant Magique, and aside from all that, he's extremely loyal, he's an X-Man, and he's been around for quite a while. He weighs at least 500 pounds with his armor on, and that's about it for that, so let's just get into the other goodies. Alright, and let's get right into the costumes. The first costume we have, which is the default Colossus costume, is the Colossus Modern costume. It's got a great big V looking thing here on the tummy tum tum, and yeah, it's just yellow, red, X, because we're the X-Men. Next up we have the Colossus Classic costume. This is similar colors, the X is in a different spot, it's on the belt buckle now. It does look a lot different, honestly. The colors are the same, the colors are the only thing that looks different. I like that thigh meat showing. Next up we have the Colossus Phoenix Force costume, once again, yellow and red. This one he's got a little cloth hanging down, blocking his hoo-ha, and yeah, it's also blocking his crack. So this one's got the thigh meat as well, yellow, red. This is a good, I like, so far, all the Colossus costumes are completely different. They're not just recolors, like different color palettes or whatever, they're completely different costumes, and to me that's really awesome. Next up we have the Magneto's Acolyte costume. This one is, once again, really cool. Colossus has such an awesome variety in costumes. Look at that cape. Woo! We can fly. So this one's got a big V. I don't know what's up with Colossus and V's. He doesn't have a V in his name. He's not on the V-Men, he's on the X-Men. Of course, this costume isn't an X-Men costume, but he does still have red and yellow, but this one's got a ginormous amount of purple as well. Now this is the Colossus Marvel Now costume. This is his first one where he's not the red and yellow. This one's more orange and black. He's got some fists of steel still, as usual. And the cool thing about this one is his head doesn't look like a box anymore. His head's more rounded off. I like that. And then finally we have the Outback costume. This is the one where we're not wearing a shirt and we can flex. Oh yeah, so we got the thigh meat, we also got knee meat, pec meat, stomach meat, arm meat, we got all kinds of meat, and by meat I mean steel. He's got a gigantic X-Men belt buckle on, and yeah. So anyways, let me know what your favorite Colossus costume is. This should be an interesting one because they're all so completely different from each other, and I'll tell you at the end of the video which one of these costumes is my favorite. Alright, and the first tree we'll get into is the Mutant Powerhouse tree. Now the first power you'll unlock at level 1 is Steel Punch. It's a basic power. You swing your Mighty Fist at enemies in front of you. This does physical damage and has a synergy with Reeling Punch and Osmium Punch. As you put points into it, you'll increase the physical damage. This is what it looks like. It's just a punch. You'll just pound guys into next week. The second power you unlock in this tree is Reeling Punch. It also deals damage to knocked down enemies, so if they're on the ground, if they're knocked down, whatever, it'll deal double the damage it says here. As you put points into it, you'll increase the physical damage, as well as the synergy with Steel Punch and Osmium Punch. This one looks very similar to the first one, except you have a glowing fist. Now the third power is Osmium Punch. This is another basic power. You unlock this one at level 20. This does physical damage, but it also has a chance to give you back armor points. So that's this bar down here. As you're pounding on guys, you could be gaining armor back. As you put points into it, you'll increase the physical damage, you'll increase the armor you gain back, and you'll also increase the activation chance in which you'll gain armor back. And this one also looks like the other two, except with a glowy and a little bit more special effects around the fist, I guess. But they're all just basic punches, and we'll see them throughout the course of the video. And at level 1, you'll unlock Mighty Kick. This is a fighting power that delivers a stout kick that stuns and knocks back enemies in front of you. This does physical damage and it stuns. As you put points into it, you'll increase the physical damage. The stun will stay the same. It has a synergy with Demolition Stomp. This is what the power looks like. Kicked him, as you can see, it stunned him and knocked him back. At level 6, you'll unlock Demolition Stomp. Stomp the ground, knocking down enemies nearby. This does physical damage and has a knockdown. So as you put points into it, you'll increase the physical damage. And this has a synergy with Mighty Kick. Now for this one, it's an AoE Stomp. You'll be surrounded by guys, stomp, and they're all on their knees. And it also does damage to each one. At level 12, you'll unlock Crushing Smite. This one will knock down enemies in front of you with a powerful punch. This does physical damage and has knockdown once again. As you put points into it, you'll increase the physical damage. This shares a synergy, which will increase the damage with Colossal Punch and Osmium Champion. And this is the power. Boom. And at level 22, you'll unlock Colossal Punch. This is another fighting power. Unleash a titanic punch against enemies in a short line in front of you, causing knockdown enemies to bleed. This will do physical damage, and physical damage over 5 seconds. As you put points into it, you'll increase both sets of physical damage. And this also has a synergy with Crushing Smite and Osmium Champion. This is the power. And at level 30, you'll unlock Osmium Champion. Your Crushing Smite and Colossal Punch powers also briefly render enemies vulnerable to attacks. This will give a defense reduction to those two powers, and it also has a synergy with those two powers, so it will increase the duration of the defense reduction. As you put points into it, you'll increase the defense reduction. And at level 3, you'll unlock Steel Splash. This is a fighting power. Leap forward to knock down enemies with a flying body splash. I like to call this one the Beaver Flop. Boom, you just do the belly flop right there. This does physical damage and knockdown. As you put points into it, you'll increase the physical damage. This has a synergy with Spinning Fist and Osmium Charge. This is what it looks like on enemies. Beaver Flop, Beaver Flop, Beaver Flop. At level 16, you'll get one of the most fun powers in the game, in my opinion, Spinning Fists. You spin through enemies with your steel arms outstretched. This does physical damage per second, so it's kind of like a dot type move. It's a per second move. As you put points into it, you'll increase the damage per second. This has a synergy with Steel Splash and Osmium Charge. So when you use it, you just spin around and you take out just piles of guys. It's a pretty incredible power. And finally, the last power we'll get to in the Mutant Powerhouse tree is Osmium Charge. It's a fighting power. Charge forward, knocking down enemies in your path. This will deal physical damage. It'll have a knockdown. And it also has a synergy with Steel Splash and Spinning Fish. As you put points into it, you'll just increase the physical damage. I personally, right now, only use it for mobility, so you can travel through levels really fast. But since it does have that synergy with Spinning Fists, I may end up pumping a ton of points into this at some point. Alright, and the next tree we'll go over is the Steel Vanguard tree. The first power we'll go over in this tree is Guarded Stance. You'll unlock this at level 4. It's a fighting power. Hold down the hotkey to enter a defensive stance that blocks damage from enemies in front of you. This will reduce a certain amount of damage, and that damage percentage will go up as you put points into it. When you use it, it just looks like this. You're just blocking, so you're taking less damage. You can't move around while doing this, but you can rotate around, so you can spin block damage from different angles. At level 24, you'll be able to unlock the passive power, Deflective Armor. Your steel skin occasionally deflects incoming projectiles. Using Guarded Stance increases the chance of deflection. So that's exactly what it does. As you put points into it, you'll increase the percentage chance to deflect the projectiles. Alright, and at level 1 in the Steel Vanguard tree, you'll have the power Bulwark of Steel. Your Osmium Steel Skin allows you to ignore some damage. This will give you a defense bonus of quite a bit. As you can see, I have mine at 14 currently. This will also have a synergy with Metallic Warrior. As you put points into it, you'll just increase the defense bonus. And at level 10, you'll unlock the next passive. This is Metallic Warrior. This one also has a synergy with the last one. They're both passives. They work good together. Your long hours in the danger room improve damage dealt by your fighting powers. This one will just give you a damage bonus. As you put points into it, you'll increase your damage bonus. And the synergy you get from Bulwark of Steel will also increase the damage bonus. At level 5, you'll unlock another passive power, Osmium Skin. This is the 4th passive power in this tree. That's cool because passives are always awesome. Your armor protects you from additional damage. This one will give you an armor bonus. So not to be confused with the defense bonus you get from this. This will give you more armor bonus per point you have into it. And once again, armor is just your extra bar down here. So you'll just take reduced damage while you have armor. At level 18, you'll be able to unlock the power Break the Chains. You shake off all negative conditions, preventing movement. So this is a really handy power. I have at least 1 point into this at all times. And as you put points into it, you'll just increase the duration, I guess. I don't really know why you would ever need to do that. Anyways, you use the power, it does this. If you had a bind on you or something like that, it would just take you out and clear all those negative movement conditions. Now, at level 30, you'll unlock Steadfast Champion. This is a hotkey hold to regenerate whatever. This will regenerate your armor as you hold the button down, and it will also take Spirit away as it's regenerating armor. As you put points into it, you'll just increase the armor regenerated per second, and that's all. It will just, once again, just to cover my bases here, this is the armor bar, so if this goes down, as you use that power, you'll just regenerate it back up. However, this armor bar does regenerate on its own, so I don't feel it completely necessary to get that, but I guess it could come in handy in certain situations. And finally, we're in the bold comrade tree. Now, heroic challenge, you will unlock this at level 14. This is a taunt, so you'll be able to taunt enemies' attention, bring it to you. You can pull it off your squishy or friends. As you put points into this, you'll increase the defense bonus you get from taunted enemies. This is what the power looks like. Now, you would think that it's a taunt, so you really only need it if you're in a group with people because it pulls the enemies to you. However, you can use it if you're by yourself because it'll still give you that little defense bonus if you want to take advantage of that. Alright, and the rest of this tree is just these auras. Now, at level 2, you'll unlock Battle Aura. This one will increase your damage while you have the aura on, and what auras do is they will go to all party members around you. So when you have it activated, everyone around you will get it that's in your party, and it will increase all their damages. Now this has a synergy with all the other aura powers. Battle Aura, this one will increase your damage, so this is what it looks like. It's just an orange bubble, and your damage will be increased while you have it on. The next one is Protective Aura. This one will unlock at level 8, and this one will be the same thing as the last, except instead of increased damage, this one will be a defense bonus. So you and your party will all get the defense bonus. They look exactly the same, except this one's blue instead of orange. The next one, Sustaining Aura. This one will unlock at level 20. This one will restore spirit per second, and this one just looks green. And finally, at level 28, you'll be able to unlock Stalwart Aura. This one will basically just help you and your party against movement effects. So knock down, knock back, knock up, all that stuff. This one will give a tenacity bonus, which helps versus all those things. And as you put points into it, you'll increase the tenacity bonus gained from this power. And this one also looks the same as the others, except it's purple instead of the other colors. Now at level 30, you'll unlock Lingering Boon. This one's a passive power, but it does work with every single one of those auras. This one, normally when a party member leaves your range, the aura will just disappear off of them, so if they're not near you, they won't be affected by your aura anymore. However, if you have Lingering Boon, which is a passive, it will extend the aura duration on your party members. So if your party member's near you and they're gaining the damage bonus or whatever aura you have on, and they happen to run away from you, they'll keep this. At rank 1, it'll be for 8.6 seconds. That's quite a while. It might not sound like it, but that is a long time. As you put points into it, you will increase that time duration pretty dramatically, in my opinion. So this could be good if you're playing a lot of party play and you actually care about helping your buddies stay buffed. And finally, Colossus's ultimate power. This is Fastball Special. Hurl Wolverine into the fray and watch him slash through enemies. This will do damage per second. He'll stay out for 20 seconds, and of course it's an ultimate power, so the cooldown at rank 1 is 20 minutes. So I'm going to pop this ultimate power right here. If you watch closely, in my opinion, okay, this ultimate power has amazingly cool effects. You'll see Nightcrawler will appear. Put Wolverine on Colossus, and Colossus will chuck him, and then Wolverine's just going to mess some stuff up. But keep your eye out for Nightcrawler and Wolverine here. Let me get a bunch of guys. Let me get out into here. Alright, so watch for Nightcrawler, watch for Wolverine. It's very fast. And I'm not doing anything. Wolverine's just going wild here, running around, slicing guys up. And now I don't even know what he's doing. Now he's just going crazy. Look, he's just slashing at the air now. Calm down, Wolverine. Somebody needs to switch this guy to decaf. Holy smokes. Wolverine. And then, oh, I didn't catch that last part. And then he teleports away. And you can thank Nightcrawler for all of that. I don't know if you caught him, but he was only on screen at the very top of the screen for about a split second. Alright, and it's that time once again for the end of the video. I told you what I'd tell you my favorite costume was, and it's this one, the Colossus Marvel Now costume. I don't know why, I just like it because it's way different. I like the orange and black, although I do like Colossus in his normal colors, the red and yellow, but I like this one as well. You don't see too many people running around in this one, so I don't look like every other Colossus that I come across, which is awesome. Plus, I'm a huge fan of the gloves and the haircut. I know it's not the standard Colossus square haircut, metal hair, whatever, but I do like his hair and his face in this one. I feel like it's a little bit different than the other costumes. I could be mistaken, but to me it looks unique. And aside from all that, I just have to say, Colossus is my final non-starter, so now I have every single hero up that's not a starter hero. Now I have the 5 starters to put up. Those will be coming soon. So far I've done Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, Wolverine, Deadpool, Captain America, Black Panther, the Incredible Hulk, Cyclops, Cable, Jean Grey, Black Widow, Miss Marvel. I can't even remember. As always, I probably forgot a couple. Anyways, check out my channel. You can see any of the heroes there. Starters aren't up quite yet, but if you're watching this video a little later on down the line, the starters very well could be up. And yeah, so let me know who you want to see, who you want to see more of, and yeah, just leave it at that. And other than that, I just want to say thanks a ton for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video at least a little bit, and I hope you have a great day. So I'm Degen, this is Marvel Heroes All Things Colossus. Bye!